Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being a viewer. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. I want you to know that I appreciate you. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. If you learned something new from this video, please consider clicking the like button. Please subscribe and please enable notifications. Please ignite that subscribe button because remember, the name of our channel is Ignition Time. Also, you'll find the links in the description section below to all the resources and all the news clips that I'll be showing you during this video. Now, all of us know about the Problem Solvers Caucus. In fact, the Problem Solvers Caucus deserves a lot of credit for coming up with a $1.5 trillion package, which could potentially have been more expensive depending on whether the economy needed it more. That probably jump-started the stimulus negotiations between House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. There she is. Hello, House Speaker Pelosi. And of course, U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin. Hello, Mr. Mnuchin. So I think the Problem Solvers Caucus deserves a lot of credit, and the two guys essentially who are leading the scenes, if you will, behind the Problem Solvers Caucus include Josh Gottheimer, and there's Josh. How are you, Josh? Josh Gottheimer is a Democrat from New Jersey, and Tom Reed. Hello, Tom. And Tom is a Republican from New York. Now imagine this. Can you imagine this? Imagine a world in which a Democrat and a Republican actually work together. This must be an alternate reality. I mean, I don't believe it. Do you believe it? Well, both of them were actually interviewed today, and both of them essentially said that if the deal does not happen, if the stimulus deal does not happen before the election, then unfortunately, this is not going to get done. The stimulus is not going to get done until February of 2021. Yes, you heard that right. If the stimulus deal is not done before the election, then that would mean that the stimulus deal will have to wait until February 2021. Just unbelievable. Tom Reed was actually interviewed, and after that, Josh Gottheimer chimed in as well. And I'll show you both the segments so you can see their comments for yourself. But basically, what Tom Reed said was that people in DC, specifically the House and the Senate, need to do their job. He said, do your job. It's about power and politics. Who cares about the people? That's essentially the mindset in DC right now. And he said, me and Josh have worked round the clock. Again, I mean, this surprises me. A Democrat, which is Josh Gottheimer, and a Republican, Tom Reed, actually working together. They're coming together and working to get stuff done. Now imagine if for a second the Democrat, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, and the Republican, U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, imagine if they came together and came to a consensus. How amazing would that be? But I think that'll happen in another world, because it's not happening in this world and it's not happening right now. And so this is what Tom Reed went on to say. He said that me and Josh are working round the clock to get the stimulus deal done. And he said there is gridlock and dysfunction in DC. That's why the Problem Solvers Caucus is so important. We should grow in our power and work for the American people and set politics aside and this BS. Yes, he said BS. He said we should put party aside and put people first. I couldn't agree more. Let's roll the tape and see what Reed had to say in this segment.
Congressman Reed, what's your take on what's most important right now? A lot of people were waiting on a stimulus package. That's not happening now. Governor Cuomo is urging New Yorkers not to go to New Jersey. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says a new coronavirus relief bill could happen this week, but she's accusing Republicans of, quote, moving the goalposts as time is running out for lawmakers to pass a new relief bill before November 3rd. I've been saying I think it's unlikely before the election, but what's going on here?
Well, it better get done before the election, and we've been calling on the speaker and the leaders in Washington, D.C. to do what they promised to do, get this done for the American people. And that's a shame of it all. It's all about politics now for these leaders in Washington. It's all about power and politics, and who cares about the American people? And that's so frustrating to me. When you got a job to do as an elected official, Maria, you should do it. And I've been working around the clock. I know Josh has been working around the clock to get this stimulus deal done. And if it doesn't get done by election, you know, all those people on Wall Street, all those people in Main Street America realize this isn't going to get done till February because of the gridlock and the dysfunction of Washington, D.C. And that's why the Problem Solvers Caucus is so important, that we grow in power, because we're putting the American people first and setting politics aside because it's BS.
So, Congressman, you think that if we don't get something done by election, you're not going to see it until February?
Absolutely, because of the gridlock and the power structure. You're going to be deciding this election with litigation for 30, 40 days. And then these guys are all going to be going, oh, wait till the next administration gets in place. And then we'll get $5 trillion in this deal. I've heard this rhetoric for 10 years. That's why I put a marker down and said, I'm sick and tired of it. I am putting party aside and putting people first. From this day forward, and 4 years ago started this journey.
Now, in the next segment, Josh Gottheimer, the Democrat from New Jersey, was asked to step in. He also is a lead figure behind the scenes when it comes to the Problem Solvers Caucus, the $1.5 trillion bill. And I just want to be clear, so far the Problem Solvers Caucus hasn't really gathered the attention, hasn't really got the support of the Democratic leadership or the Republican leadership. I just want to be clear about that. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi commands a lot of power within the whole Democratic Party, and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell also commands a lot of power because, one is the Speaker of the House and the other is the leader of the Senate. So I just want my viewers and subscribers to understand that as of today, the Problem Solvers Caucus, as well-intentioned as they are, unfortunately, at this moment in time, are not able to persuade and do not reflect the majority of either party. Just letting you guys know the truth. The one thing on my channel is I want to give you the truth because I know you can handle the truth. I'm not going to give you false hope. I'm not going to mislead you. And I mean, trust me, I'd rather be reporting on sunshine and rainbows, but I'm reporting the truth as it exists. And for me, it's not about the red or the blue. It's about the red, white, and blue. I'm not Democrat. I'm not Republican. I'm American, and so are you. So this is what Josh Gottheimer said when he chimed in. He basically said that he agreed with what Reed said. Again, can you imagine the Democrat Josh Gottheimer agreeing with the Republican Tom Reed? Just unbelievable. I think we should savor this moment since we have it. That is my attempt to be funny. What Josh Gottheimer said was that now is the moment. We need to get something done now. And by the way, before Gottheimer spoke, the Fox business anchor said that this was a dereliction of duty. And I agree with her. I think something should have happened by now. And so back to Gottheimer, he said that now is the moment. And he said no one will get this done during the lame duck session of Congress. There is some hope that something can happen during the lame duck session, which is the period after the election, but before January 20th, the inauguration of presumably the next president. Definitely a rebalancing in the Senate and the House. That rebalancing is going to happen, but nothing's going to happen during the lame duck, and we'll all have to wait until February of 2021. Let's roll the tape and see what Gottheimer had to say about this.
Well, that's unbelievable. I mean, do you think, Congressman Gottheimer, that Nancy Pelosi agrees with that? That if she doesn't get something done before the election, it's not happening till February? I mean, that's pretty incredible. What Congressman Reed just said.
I think there's a reality on both sides that if we don't get this done between now and the election, I agree with Tom. We're looking at February. I mean, lame duck, which is the period running right after the election until January. There's no way people are going to come together and get this done. This is why now, as Tom said, is the moment. You've got caseloads increasing massively around the country. People need help. Our small businesses need help. Families need support. People are hungry. The bottom line is, from testing to actually helping with childcare, we got to get this done now. It's why the Problem Solver has been pushing so hard for the last months to get people back to the table, to stay at the table, and not leave until this deal gets across the finish line.
Well, we're grateful for you guys, the Problem Solvers Caucus, but let me tell you, this is a dereliction. If you both believe that the leaderships on both parties understand that if they don't get something done by Election Day, it's not going to happen until February, that is a dereliction of their duties. That is really terrible if we don't get this done. If that's actually the reality, and everybody knows it in Washington, well, if it doesn't happen by Election Day, it's not going to happen until February, that is just a shame.
My gosh, Democrats and Republicans actually talking. We need more of that. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and also you'll find a link to the entire interview in the description section below. Thank you so much, everybody. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. I really appreciate you watching. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. You can get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000, and you'll get added to our SMS alerts list. Now, if you want, you can also get added to our email list. Simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts, and you can get added to our email list. Now, you can opt out of the email list or the SMS list at any point in time that you want. No worries about that. Sometimes YouTube does not always send out notifications on time. So all I ask you to do is, in your browser, bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time. And then you can visit the homepage of our channel and watch the videos at any point in time that you want. You can also follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time, because we release exclusive content specifically on Instagram. You can also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is the same. It's also ignition_time. That's ignition_time. So follow us on Twitter as well. Once again, we release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. East Coast time. You'll find the links to all our resources in the description section below. So definitely check them out. Please comment if you want to engage with our community, because our community is growing very, very rapidly. Please share this video with friends and family. That would be your vote of confidence in me and my team and all the effort that goes into this channel behind the scenes. Please click like, please subscribe, please enable notifications, please ignite the subscribe button, because remember, the name of our channel is Ignition Time. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.